Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel and my art studio. I am Mrs. B, your Catholic art teacher. Last week, boys and girls, you painted this beautiful depiction of the first penitential psalm, which is Turn Lord, Save My Life. Psalm 6 verse 5. And boys and girls, I saw some of your work and I was really proud of you guys. Well done for all those children who are able to complete the assigned work given to you in the time prescribed. So thank you. And for those of you who are not able, let's strive to do this, boys and girls. We can do it. This week, boys and girls, we are going to paint another Bible verse from the second penitential psalm. And the second penitential psalm is Psalm 31, boys and girls. So we're going to get our paper like this, and we're going to simply place it down on our table like this. And boys and girls, so we are going to do the second penitential psalm. So when you simply put your paper down like this, I want you to get your paintbrush and dip it in a red paint. Boys and girls, we're going to be doing this freestyle. We're not going to draw. Let's see how well you can do this, boys and girls, because the Bible verse that we're going to do is Psalm 31 verse 8. I will rejoice and be glad in your love. So the first thing I want to do, boys and girls, I want to rejoice and be glad in God's love. So I'm going to have this right in the center of this piece. I'm going to paint a heart, and I'm going to paint it all in like this. But I want my heart to look as even as I possibly can. So I'm going to have it going like this. Just get down here a little bit like that. That looks better. All right. So that's the first stage of my painting, of this painting. Let me just make this heart a little bit more up so that it looks like a lovely heart. Good. So I'm just going to get load some more paint on my brush, because I really want God's love to be vibrant, like his love is deep red, you know. He loved us and he died for us. God loved us so much that he gave us his son who died for us. So I want this red to be a beautiful deep red. And when you've done that, boys and girls, we're going to wash our paintbrush, and we're going to add white to our red color. So I've got a little bit of white here, and I'm going to add, because Jesus is the light of the world, we're going to add a little bit of yellow to that white. So we have some white there. I'm just going to reactivate it like this and add some yellow to it. And then I'm going to take a little bit of red to add to this mixture like that. So it looks pinky. So let's just add more red to it like that. So I'm just going to add more red until I am happy with my red, because as we're going along, we want it to be more vibrant. So I'm going to do a second layer. So this is going to be layers of love. So we're just going to put a second layer like this, and we're going to go around here very carefully, boys and girls, and then we're just going to paint this again. Just going to paint this over like that. So then that would be a little bit lighter than our original red color, which is here. So as we're going along, the colors get lighter and lighter because we're mixing it with the light color like yellow and white, so that we can get a lovely light color like that. So we're gonna paint this in another. This is going to be a lighter red to the original red, which is all of God's love. But this, we mixed it with light, with a yellow, and yeah, let's continue this heart. Okay, so as we're going along, again, we're going to add another layer to it. This time we're going to add a little bit of more yellow to the red. So we're going to add a little bit more yellow to this red. So let's see what color it's going to turn now this time. Okay, so it's a nice sort of an orangey color. All right, so we're going to add that layer here. So we're going to have 4 layers of God's love. So we're mixing him. He's the light of the world. His love has no end for us, you know, and yeah, we have different tiers of colors showing the different love, you know, according to God loves us all, and he loves us with all his heart. But this heart that I'm doing is just to show what is the stage we are in with our love for God. You know, it's not more, it's more our love. And do we put all our trust and hope in him? You know, boys and girls, because we know that God gives us his all. No matter what we say, where we go, we know that God gives us all his love. But do we do the same? Do we give back all our love? You know, do we follow the 10 commandments? Do we put God first above all things? You know, and that's something. This is a reflection as you are painting this. You can think about your own personal relationship with God. You know, we are building our love for God, but can it be more? Can we show love more to God? You know, is our love enough? What we're doing, are we doing enough for God? And that's what I want you to reflect upon. You're never too young to think about your love for God. And what are you doing, boys and girls? And we're going to add, so we have 1, 2, 3. So we have, we're going to add a little bit more yellow to this mixture. Let's see where it's taking us, boys and girls. Let us see. So here we have it, and I want to add some more water to this because it's making it very light. I want to add a little bit more of a red to this so that it becomes a little bit more, although it's lighter, it's still bright enough. I'm going to go ahead, add more of the red to our color here, and I want to add a little bit of yellow. Wash your paintbrush. Remember, every time when you add a color, doesn't matter, as long as it's a different color, you must wash your paintbrush. And here you have a lighter version of this color. Alright, so we're going to use this for the next layer, boys and girls. Okay, so we're going to use this beautiful peachy color, it looks like. So we have 2 more hearts to do, so we're going to add this. Okay, and then we're just going to paint in between. I'll do 2 layers. Like that. We can do it in such a way that the colors can blend, you know, because they are the same color, it's just that we add in more yellow to make it lighter. So we can use the colors to blend as we're going along, boys and girls. So as we're going along, Jesus is the light of the world. He loves us, and his light, as we're getting closer to the light, it gets more lighter. And that's what's happening right there. It started off with red. See the deep red there? And then as you know, we go along, as we go along, it gets lighter, lighter and lighter, because we're mixing yellow with our red. All right, boys and girls, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do 1 more layer, and that should be it. So we're going to wash our paintbrush. Okay. I'm going to take some more, but this time we want it to be a lovely yellow. So we want it lovely, bright yellow. So we're just mixing it in like that, boys and girls. Sorry, I've lost my bearing a little bit. Wash my paintbrush so that I can get the red back. Red you want you don't want red, you want yellow, because we want it really, really bright. Then we add this to it, so it's going to be even more brighter, and so it's going to be a really bright kind of color, like that. And add more of that yellow, as much as we can, to make it as vibrant as we can. And I think that that's a beautiful vibrancy, beautiful vibrancy right there. Let's add it again. Okay, so we're going to fill the rest of the page with this light, because Jesus is light. And do you know, boys and girls, this has red. This has red, but because we have so much yellow mixed in with the red, the yellow has taken control of the color. It's more predominant, it's more, you can see it more, the yellow than the red. But trust me, boys and girls, this color has has the red in it, and oops, sorry, just going to do the last part here. Try to get the last drop so that every single area of this page will be covered with that lovely yellow. Thank God it was able, I mixed enough for this to happen. All right, boys and girls, so we're going to leave this, let this dry, and then I'll see you in a minute. Let's just fix it for you to see it properly, for you to see the graduation of the colors from the dark red to, it looks so yellow, but it has red in it. So there it is, boys and girls. As you can see, every area on this page has red in it. It's just that by adding yellow, lightens it till it reaches the yellow color. So what we're going to do now, boys and girls, we are going to add the Bible verses to it. So it's, I will rejoice and be glad in your love. So let us begin writing it in. So we'll write the words, it's dried. We'll begin with I will. So we're going to write the word I. We have to try to make it the same size all the way through. I will. I will. And then we're going to have the word rejoice in this first layer, this layer right here. Rejoice. There is 6, 7 words. So I'm going to put R-E-J. The O is going to be there. So, okay. So let's put R E J O I C E. Okay, I will rejoice. And then we're going to write and be glad. So we're going to have be here. We're going to have and here. So let's start here. And a and be, and we're going to have glad coming from here. E-L A D, and be glad. Just go over it a little bit because we can see it quite clearly. I will rejoice and be glad. And then we're going to in your, so we're going to have in here, in, like that, and your. Y O U, in your, and then we're going to have the word love in the center. I will rejoice and be glad in your love. But we're going to use white. Like this, boys and girls. I will rejoice and be glad in your love. And the last thing we need to do, boys and girls, is just to write down the psalm. And it's Psalm 31 verse 8. So we're just going to put it down here. So it will be all centralized, okay? It's going to be all centralized. So we're going to write Psalm 31 ... verse 8. All right. That's it, boys and girls. That's your Lenten reflection for this week. This is the second full week, but the third week from the time we started our Lenten reflection. So boys and girls, I can't wait to see your work when you have finished. Please share with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.